Okay, hello everybody, and very welcome to the session about Japan. So myself and CS is going to go through all the very exciting things for Japan from now on. So first of all, let us introduce ourselves. So for me, I'm Ken Shiraishi, so everybody call me Ken. I'm a general manager of FCM Japan. And let me talk about my career a little bit. I spent a long time in Sony for more than 30 years. And especially, I spent a lot of time in the United States and Europe as a marketing manager, and also Singapore. So I had a lot of experience working abroad, and I did a lot of business trip around. And so I think I have a very good view for the from the travelers, and so I think I can improve a lot of our services with my customers' view. Okay, so let me pass on to CS.
All right, thanks, Ken. So hi everyone, my name is Choon Seng. Just a little bit background for myself. So I started off as in the banking industry, and then I kind of moved on to the logistic and e-commerce scene in Singapore, where e-commerce kind of starting to boom up back then. So roughly about 6 years ago, I kind of joined FCM as a account manager in Singapore, and subsequently I went on to head up the regional and network leader for Asia, where typically I look after the 11 Asian markets in Asia, and that at that point in time include Japan. And now we have FCM Japan as a equity market. I'm now currently heading up the customer success and commercial team in Japan. Ken?
Okay, thank you very much. Okay, so let me move to the next slides. So from now on, we have just started FCM Japan back in this January. So we have just started. So let me touch upon first why we decided to enter the Japanese market. So those who doesn't know about it, for the business travel market, Japan is the fourth biggest market in the world. So it's quite a big market, but because of some reason, FCM doesn't have a footprint or firm footprint in Japan. But since it's a big market, and so we decided to enter this market. And also, we believe that FCM can deliver a lot of good services and benefit to the customer. So that's why we decided to enter the Japanese market. So CS, do you have anything to add on?
Yeah, I think, in the last 10 years, we kind of partnered with our previous partner to service our global customer in FCM in Japan. However, I think over the past few years, we have been receiving a lot of feedback from a customer that you need to have an equity footprint in Japan in order for us to win their business. And I think that's something that is important for our customers globally, in order for them to gain confidence in FCM to be able to service one of their largest market. And Japan is always come up with one of the top, if not the top market for some of our customers in Asia especially. So I think that kind of drive us to see that, okay, this is a good opportunity for us to enter the market in Japan. And also, I think it's an opportunity for us to provide a consistent solution across the world that we can provide to our customer. So I think that's one of the key reasons why we are in Japan today.
Okay, thank you. So going to the next page, yeah, as I said, we have just started from this January, but it doesn't mean that we built this company from the scratch. So how we made this company, FCM Japan? So yeah, we made this company as a joint venture with a company called NSFE. And so let me talk about this company, NSFE. This company is originally coming from Sony, supporting function. And currently, this company, NSF, is doing a facility or used to do a travel service and also the insurance service for the employee of Sony in Japan for the 40,000 employees in Japan. So all our stuff is coming from this company, NSFE. We used to be a Sony in-house agency. And we have 30 years of experience servicing to Sony. So NSFE knows about the Japanese market, and knows about the Sony, and knows about this high requirement customers. So that's why FCM decided to chose NSFE to have a joint venture to give a more better service to the customers. And also, obviously, FCM is a technology leading company. So if we can combine NSFE is a good experience of a customer and also FCM's leading technology, I believe we can do a more better service to the customers. So CS, what do you think?
Yeah, it is. I mean, Ken, I think you are spot on this. I think just to add on to Ken's comment, right? I think we kind of take on a blended approach when we kind of decided that joint venture is something that FCM want to pursue. Obviously, we as FCM, we are a very experienced TMC globally. We have technology, we have the experience running the business across all around the world. However, I think in order for us to be locally relevant, we need to partner with somebody who knows the Japanese market, who has the experience in the Japan market, who can service the local nuances. And I think partnering NSFE was a great choice for us. And I think as Ken explained, they have over 30 years of experience as in-house agency for Sony, who is probably one of the biggest brands that you have known in Japan. And by getting that experience into our ecosystem, I think that really helped us to propel ourselves to be able to combine the technology that we have in FCM and the experience of our people to provide a good experience to our customer. So I think that's really the thought process that we had at FCM.
Yeah, I think so. This is, I think, a best marriage, right?
Yes, it is.
Okay.
Yeah. So,
thank you. Yeah, go on.
So I think just to move on to what actually we in FCM, what we are actually offering in the Japan market. And you may have already heard that we have been talking a lot about FCM platform, which is a integrated system that help to combine all the content, the booking flow, the approval workflow, reporting function, risk management, tracking, and to be connectable to all multiple devices like a mobile, the desktop. And I think that's something that will be coming into the Japan market through the global rollout that will be coming this year, which Ken will then talk on a little bit more. But I think this is something we look forward to in the Japan market because I think Ken has always mentioned that I think the Japan market is up for digitalization. That is something that is, I think, for ourselves, we know Japan has a
to be honest,
technology driven, isn't it? Ken?
Yes. Japan somewhat needs more acceleration of digitalization because still in this travel industries, people are still using papers to see itinerary. So that's why I believe I myself think having those mobile apps or all the integrated system, that is, I'm sure that Japanese customer will be appreciated.
Yes, I think so as well. And I think we did the demo to a few customers, including Sony, and they were wow about the mobile app that we have. And I think that is really a big opportunity for us to bring into this market.
I think so.
Yeah. And on top of the technology, of course, then in FCM we kind of talk a lot about the local approach, whereby we are globally, we're global systems with local service touch. I think that's something that we want to also bring to Japan. Obviously, in Japan, what we found that it is still a very high touch service market where people want to be called, people want to be emailed and service offline. And I think that's something that we appreciate and we understand, and not something that we want to kind of move away from. I think that's something that we need to have. So with the global technology that we have, with the local expertise that we are already servicing to our customer today, that will not change. So we will continue to have dedicated account management services to our customer. So many to say has a large customer in Japan, there will be an account manager that will be servicing you, going through the business review with you, working with their regional account manager, their global account manager to ensure that your travel program is intact and aligned to the global approach that you as a customer will like to see. We have the 24/7 service support. That's something that we know that is very important for our customer globally, and especially in terms of in times like now where things changes so rapidly in the world. I think that's something that we cannot overlook in Japan as well. And then last but not least, risk management. And this is the same system that we use globally. There's no different in Japan. I think what we are working on is how can we localize it better to have Japanese language supported to be able to be more relevant to the Japanese travelers.
Yeah, thank you, CS. And also, I think Japan is a relatively safe country, but in these years, there's a lot of natural disaster. So that's also the things the company has to take care of employee or traveler. And that's the company's duty to ensure the safety of a traveler. So that's why I think our duty of care service can be applied not only just other things, but also those natural disasters alert as well. So I think our technology will fit also in Japan.
And if you remember that the first few meetings that we had with the customers when we first started, some of the field conversation is duty of care. They want to know how are we reporting risk management. I think that's something is a growing need, is increasing conversation that we have in Japan, and I think that's a good start for us in FCM Japan.
Yeah, that's one of the key things Japanese company or Japanese traveler wants. Yeah. So we are on track. And so I'd like to touch upon the roadmap, what we are going to do for the this year, next year. So yes, we have just started. So currently we are migrating all the customer to our new platform, and we are stabilizing our operation right now, but it's almost done. So CS, maybe you can touch upon what we are going to do this year.
Yep, sure. I think so. One of the things that we are working behind the scene is to roll out a new online booking tool for the domestic market. So for those who are not aware, and not going into too much details, the domestic content is outside of the GDS, and that's something that we need to be mindful of. And because of that, we need to have a very specific online booking tool for the domestic market, which is called the Biz Voyage, that allow us to have travelers to access the domestic air content, the hotel content domestically, and the rail in Japan. So they have been launched. We are just going through some of the testing just to make sure that we go through the teething issues that we need to. And then at the same time, FCM platform is coming, as I mentioned earlier. So we are just waiting for the global plan, rollout plan, for us to start rolling out to our customer. And I think we are very all excited and just waiting for that to be ready. That really transform how our travelers and our travel managers interact with us through the platform, with a brand new customer experience that we are all super excited and looking forward to.
Okay, thank you very much. So as CS touched upon, so our keyword is also global. As FCM, we have a global contents, but local contents, we need to strengthen ourselves to supply more local contents to the company and the travelers. But yeah, so we need to work on hard to increase the lineup for the future, but it's coming. So I believe that we can satisfy all the customer with our new contents as well. So yeah, I like to say for everybody that please come to Japan, and when you come to Japan, we can do a good services, and yeah, anytime we are welcome. And CS, if you have any words in the end.
Yes, I think Japan is an exciting market, and I think Ken mentioned earlier it's the fourth largest market in Japan, and I'm sure most of our customer, most of you watching would have a footprint in Japan, and serviced by one of the TMCs here. And I believe we as FCM has a lot to offer in the Japan market. We are trying to challenge the norm, to break on what we have been done for the last 10 to 15 years and trying to bring something new, an alternative approach to the market. And so I think there's good things ahead. So hopefully we can see you there in Japan and to be able to service your customers, your travelers in Japan as well. So thank
you, everybody. Yeah. So we are waiting for any question, any contacts, email, phone call. Let's have a sushi and sake in Japan together. Thank you.
Thank you.